we're going to try and recreate this bracket component. So first, let's see how this bracket was built. I can use the rollback bar on the feature tree here, and I can just click and drag that to roll back or forward to whichever features I'd like. This is nice as it kind of shows a history of how this component or any of your components were built. So you can kind of move backwards and forwards through time to see how your parts were built. So I'm going to roll back all the way to the beginning to see just the very first feature. So fairly simple piece here. Looks like it's just a extruded U or N shape. And let's see which sketch was used to create this. So I'm just going to take a quick look at the sketch here. And here we have our general sketch. Looks like a fairly simple sketch. It's kind of a combination of a rectangle and a circle, or a couple lines and a circle or an arc. So now that we have an idea of the sketch we're aiming towards, let's see if we can build this sketch in our new part file. So I'll just jump back to my sketch here. I'm going to start by just deleting all of this. So I'm going to use box select, grab everything here and hit the delete key. And I'm going to try to sketch out that U or N shape. So there's a few different ways I can approach it. I can try maybe a line command in a circle, or a line in an arc, or a rectangle in a circle. Doesn't really matter which way you approach it. It's going to come down to your own preferences, what you think is the most efficient methods and so on. So maybe in this case, I'm going to start with a few line commands and then add a circle or an arc at the top. So I'll start with my line command. And I know the shape is something like this. And notice here again in yellow, I'm seeing these temporary relations. So that little yellow rectangle with the line going down, that's what we call a temporary relation. And that's telling me that right now, this line is vertical. As soon as I move it to be not vertical, I lose that relation. But as I go towards a vertical line, it jumps into that relation. So if I want the line to be exactly vertical, I can click to place. And now I have a vertical line. Similarly, I can go about my temporary axis here. As I do, you see another temporary relation coming in here. This time a yellow rectangle with a horizontal line icon. That's telling me I have a horizontal relation. And that is in fact what I want here, but I'm actually going to draw it off a little bit just so I can show how to add relations after the fact as well. And then again, maybe I want this guy vertical, but again, maybe I'll do it slightly off so I can show how we can add these after the fact as well. And hit escape to finish off my line command. And then at the top, I had a semicircle or an arc closing it off. So let's try to use the arc command. So just click on arc. And a bunch of different methods I can try here. Most often I use the 3-point arc, but again, it's going to come down to your own preferences. So with the 3-point arc, it's going to be point number 1 to start the arc, point number 2 to finish the arc, and point number 3 to throw in the radius. Again, you can see as you move, it kind of jumps into place. So it looks like this would probably be the arc that I'm looking for. But again, maybe I'll just throw it off a little bit so I can show how to add some relations after the fact. Once I'm happy with my arc, I can hit the escape command. And here we have the general shape of my bracket base sketch.